What is happening? Coach Dwana here. How are you guys? This video today is really going to be focused on celebrating yourself and the importance of celebrating yourself. So first thing I want to share is for everyone who has been joining my in-park workouts, my boot camp workouts, I got them a little gift, and the reason that I wanted to get them something that had these powerful statements on it, such as what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and life is what you make of it. These types of reminders, not only are these quick little quotes, they're something that I thrive on, because it really gets your mindset out of maybe a negative space and into a space where you can take it internal and really think about what you're struggling with and how you still have an option and opportunity to work through. The other thing is this bracelet that my Tatiana made me literally just today before this video. She was super excited. She's making one for everyone in our family. And how I want to celebrate the innocence and the absolute beauty of childhood and youth, and how incredible children are in the way that they look at the world, the lessons that they teach us as adults in the way that they look at the world, and how they really genuinely are always thinking about others in ways that they can contribute to whatever it is that you're doing. You know, if you hear your 5-year-old, she sees you vacuuming, she wants to vacuuming. Oh, you're working out, she wants to work out. At least that's been the experience with my kids and the moms that I've been connected with. And it's a neat thing, and it's something that we shouldn't take for granted, and it's definitely something that should be celebrated so that they see when we celebrate these little things. Thank you so much for thinking of me, baby. That was really cool. I'm excited to see it. You know, we'll get a picture when everyone has one on. You celebrate these little things, it teaches them to not wait until they have the degree, to not wait until they graduate, to not wait until they finish the thing, to really own that moment and to celebrate the good in that moment. And when it comes to Sundays or Mondays, just anytime we get to the end of a week, we start to do what I call the 3 R's. First thing is we start to reflect. We start to think about, what did I accomplish this week? You know, what is it that I'm most proud of? We start to reset. We start thinking about, what are the goals that I have for the upcoming week, which is always a good thing, because setting those goals gives us something to work for and helps us put structure around our day-to-day. And then we reestablish, you know, maybe that one thing that I've been working so hard for the past 6 years isn't going to come back to pass because it's not meant to be. So I feel like on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, we do all 3 of these R's every year, right at the beginning of January, but we reestablish what it is that's most important to us at this moment in our life. And when I was thinking about how to just celebrate everything that's going on right now, celebrating the increased awareness, celebrating the protests that are happening peacefully, celebrating the conversations that are now being had within the home, celebrating organizations that perhaps turned a blind eye to injustice, that are now reestablishing regulations and taking a deeper dive into things that maybe it may have been overlooked, or may not have been, they just didn't have the awareness. There was no one to call out that there was a problem, or there was a crack. There was a crack in the way things have been done, and that it could have been done differently. All of those things should be celebrated. And, you know, a really powerful way that I was trying to think of, how can I craft a great way to help everyone watching this video to celebrate where they're at in their life today. And it was to think about your favorite teacher. Think about the one person in your life who, for whatever reason, they were just your favorite teacher. They said things in a way that resonated with you in a way that no one else has been able to teach you in all your years. For me, it was one of my high school teachers. So all your years in elementary, your middle school, this teacher, it could have been a college professor, or even if it was in your elementary school, there was just something different. Their light was different than any other educator that had been in your life before. And think about the why. Why do you think that was? You know, if you're, as an adult now, you look back, and if you've got kids, you think about how what you say to one child, or how you raise one child, you could do the exact same thing with a different child, and you'll completely fall on your face. Those types of reflections, you guys, when you think about how that teacher went through life, how that teacher overcame struggle, how that teacher, when faced with adversity or with ridicule or with bias or bigotry, how their choices, how their experiences really crafted the way that they communicate, the way that they disseminate information, the way that they teach, the way that they connect. And when you celebrate that, that just right in that little moment is such a beautiful way to think about the world in a bigger space. And this is why we're having the conversations now. It's because every single human being, everything that they've been through, every connection, every conversation, every instance of struggle or bigotry or racism, everything that has impacted them will change their narrative. But that one teacher who to someone else didn't break through because of what they went through, they were that amazing teacher for you because of where you're at in their space, but also because of their choice to take all of that and continue to pay it forward. So celebrating your favorite teacher or the person who inspires you the most is really a celebration of how we take the worst parts of life. We take our struggles, we take our reconvictions, we take our education, we take all of that and we continue to pay it forward. And for me, it was Miss Preston. I had to say her name. She was an English teacher in high school, and I'll never forget the first day of school. She had one word plastered on her podium, and it was the word think. And every single day as she taught us and educated us in English class, she just really stressed the importance of not being a follower, but using your God-given organ, your brain, to think and to question and to be respectful, but to not just take it at face value. And there were so many lessons that I learned with her, and she was always very strict, but in a very positive way. She commanded the room. She educated out of love every single moment. And she was definitely someone that I celebrated, that I still think about so much today. I'd love to hear who you're celebrating. I'd love to hear how you're celebrating you and your accomplishments and the children that you get to raise or the children that you get to educate. I'd love to celebrate the way that you are working on yourself from the inside out to be a better person.